1980 to 1996. What do those years signify to you? Crazy hair and clothes, the nationalistic political environment, or maybe the creation and subsequent rise of the goth subculture like it does for me? Well, all of the above are correct. However, 1980 to 1996 is also the era of the millennial. Millennials were all born during those years. And say what you will about the clothes and hair, but we had some true heartthrobs and legends to look up to. And perhaps, most importantly for us here at the Glorious Beard, many of them had some of the most beautiful facial hair this side of Beverly Hills 90210. So today, we are going to talk about some of the biggest icons of the millennial era, their impact on popular culture and history, and their impact on the bearded community. Because many of the people that millennials grew up watching are now some of the biggest names on film and television. There's names like Tom Hanks and Keanu Reeves, who were stars during this time that millennials grew up with. And then we have Justin Timberlake, who became a household name slightly later, but was born during this era. This piece celebrates the millennial in all its hairy glory.
I'd think a lot about Mama and Bubba and Lieutenant Dan. But most of all, I thought about Jenny. I thought about her a lot.
Millennials are a weird breed. We have some universal truths among us that make us a unique generation. For example, we are nostalgia monsters. We feed off nostalgia like it's sustenance. And one of the names that most of us are oddly nostalgic for at all times is Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks was the pinnacle of legendary acting during the millennial era. From his back-to-back Best Actor awards for Philadelphia and Forrest Gump, to his iconic work on the cult classic That Thing You Do. Everything about Mr. Hanks was millennial magic.
Thank you very much. I like your beard. It looks good.
Thank you. This is you might still be in the phase of it's really itchy, and it's kind of like bugs you. Is this a voluntary length
I
of your
keep
beard?
it trimmed back. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I did this for a gig, and it gets to a point where it's just a pain in the ass for a while, but then it reaches this critical mass, and it's okay. And one of the things that happens as it's growing out, you find yourself, it itches so much. You could be at like a fancy dinner party, and without even knowing it, your hand has found the salad fork and starts going like this.
Not really,
like,
though.
No, I've done it a million times. And I'm sitting there going like this. Oh, that's interesting, Mr. President. What do you think of the ruckus? And my wife will say, you are sticking a fork into your beard. And I said, I am not. Oh, my God! I put it down, but you can't. It just gets in.
Yeah.
But then it goes, ah. Mm-hmm. And now you're either, you're either Ulysses S. Grant or you're brewing craft beer in Brooklyn.
And Tom, although he doesn't always sport a beautiful beard, has donned one plenty. From his work in Castaway, where he plays a FedEx employee stranded on a desert island, to his more recent roles in movies like Finch and News of the World, Tom often sports a dramatic and wild beard. And even in his legendary movie Forrest Gump, there are scenes where you see his legendary ability to adapt his face. Tom Hanks is a hero of the silver screen, and a millennial icon in the truest sense. One name, 4 syllables. We grew up watching and still enjoy him to this day. Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is the man who would be Neo, but before his time in The Matrix, he worked on comedy films, like the Bill and Ted franchise. His versatility as an actor is surpassed by few, and his charity work and overt friendliness are the stuff of legend amongst his close fans and followers.
And 'tis the season for good news and to be jolly. And here's what Jim had to say to you, what he said to us. He said, you are the man that every man aspires to be. How does that make you feel?
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He said it to us.
Well, he's very kind and he's very generous, and it speaks to his beautiful heart, and the man is a creative genius.
Keanu's beard is also the stuff of legend. He doesn't always have it. Like Mr. Hanks, he keeps his face flexible. But when he does, it is truly glorious. Keanu Reeves is a man who cuts an attractive figure in fine facial hair. Just like the man himself, The facial hair always makes for an interesting show. These first two names were legends during the Millennial era. This next name is a legend from the Millennial era, and he's a legend among legends. Known by many names, JT, Justin, J-Dog, but for our purpose, we're going to give him respect. Mr. Justin Timberlake. Mr. Timberlake was the frontman for the boy band NSYNC, and he's had an extensive solo music career, acting career, and has helped out the comedy group The Lonely Island on many of their most memorable bits. Not many people have the versatility and style of your boy JT. Justin, if I do say so myself, is also the keeper of one of the most beautiful faces with one of the most beautiful beards in all the land. Mr. Timberlake may not be the baby-faced teenager we grew up watching on the Mickey Mouse Club and NSYNC, but all grown, he's become a true icon who has walked a path of talent and personality that many of us can only dream of. So what makes a millennial icon truly iconic? Is it the nostalgia factor or something more? Whatever that undefinable quality is, what we can tell you here at The Glorious Beard is that beards, when they exist, are always a part of the story. And whether that's because we grew up in awe of these amazing men, or grew up watching them grow up too, one thing we can be absolutely certain of is that millennials and beards go together like millennials and reality television, or millennials and nostalgia. We may not know why we love them, but we keep coming back to them over and over again.